iPhone 17. There have been so many leaked CAD designs, dummies, renders, and we have to talk about it because it looks like we've got somewhat of a refreshed design from all of these leaks and rumors.
Mm-hmm.
The iPhone 17 looks like it might be pretty much the same. So very similar design. But the iPhone 17 Pro and Pro Max have this interesting looking section around the camera module, right? So we still have the
Yeah.
triple cameras, but then there's this like module which continues on all the way to the edges, right? And then it looks like, apparently according to these leaks and rumors, that there will no longer be an iPhone 17 Plus. So they're going to get rid of the Plus model. This has been the least popular. I mean, I can say that that has been the case based on views for the iPhone 16 Plus and the iPhone 15 Plus. It's just not had as much interest compared to the other devices. That is then going to be replaced by an iPhone 17 Air or an iPhone 17 Slim. We're not sure what they're going to be calling it. This is going to be a slimmed down version, and it has a visor across the back, which reminds me a lot of the Pixel devices as well as the Nexus. You remember the Nexus?
Yep. Yeah. Nexus
So
6P.
that's what it's looking like. We've got some of these leaked dummies from Sonny Dixon. We've got some renders here from Private Talkly, which kind of show what it might look like. Of course, we've got some amazing renders from Technizo Concept. I mean, my thing is, from the leaked dummies, things don't look amazingly exciting, I'm going to be honest. But what I've noticed with Apple devices in general is you see the leaks and the renders and stuff, but then when they actually release the final device, it does look a lot more polished. It looks a little bit nicer.
Yeah.
What do you think of the design?
I have mixed views on the design. I think that it feels a little weak in a sense. Just because you put a bar across doesn't mean that it's anything new. It's like what Samsung did from the S21 to the S22, or S20 to the S21. You know, it's a physical change that doesn't really amount to anything in there, but it does change the look of the device, which is a good part, which a lot of people are looking for. I think it will also change a lot of mindsets, because what I saw this year, I'm using my own house and family as example, is I came back from Apple. I showed my wife the iPhone 16 Pro Max. She looked at it. She's like, it's the same. And I showed her the camera control. She's like, I'm keeping my phone from last year. So, there are people like that. There are a lot of people like that. So hopefully that will at least spur them to be like, oh, this looks different. So definitely, it's a very different phone. I think the design for the Air might be the most striking, just because it's also a thin device. So that kind of adds more to it. And that's the one that would stand out more. We might see a higher uptake there. And I think this is where, if you look at it compared to what Samsung is doing, the rumors of taking away the Plus really comes in and goes, look, if you want an iPhone, you can get an iPhone. If you want the Pro iPhone, the best Pro Max, you can always get that. And then there's the different iPhone, right? But there's no Plus. And it still falls in line with like, get whatever iPhone fits your style or your use case. So basically, a regular iPhone, a Pro iPhone, then of course there's a Max version, and then the Plus for the stylish, right? I mean, so the Air for the stylish individual, or somebody who wants something different.
I thought you almost said stylus, and I was like, whoa, what's this? Well, I don't think it's going to be on the Air anyway, but I don't think Apple are going to do that on their smartphones anytime soon. But what's interesting is, the design, let's be honest, like when you look at the iPhone 11 Pro and the Pro Max, okay, you look at that, you go to the 12 Pro Max, 13, 14, 15, 16. They all have a similar design. Now, granted, they did make the edges flat on the iPhone 14, so 3 years in, they made a little bit of change, but it still has that similar sort of design. So I think it is about time that Apple do refresh their designs and kind of at least make an attempt to make things look a little bit more different. I think from the three, the one that makes me most interested and I'm most excited about checking out is the iPhone 17 Air. That looks like the most different design from all of these, right? Because of that visor sort of thing at the top. The others, from the renders, I'm not too sure. I'm going to have to see these in person when they do come out. There are some other early leaks. There's not really anything verified. It's looking like we might get ProMotion technology across all of the devices, which would be good. I mean, it finally will make a lot of the Android fans shut up, because they've been saying it for years. It's like, oh, it's only got 60 hertz and it's $800. So we're going to have less of that complaining in the comments. It's like, bro, I didn't make the displays.
Yeah.
Don't get angry at me, please.
Mhm.
So let's see what's gonna come in the next few months. Apple generally releases their iPhones in September, so that's when we're probably going to find out. But we're going to see more leaks and rumors coming up as the time goes by. But for now, these designs seem to be very accurate from what we can see, because they have been verified by many leakers and people who do share rumors. Although, having said that, do you remember when there was the Apple Watch Series 10? There was all these leaks and rumors about how it's going to look different, and then
Yeah,
it just
yeah.
didn't.
Yeah, I remember
So
that.
who knows? Who knows? They might just do all of this, because sometimes what happens is you get case manufacturers. Shout out to all the case manufacturers who just go around on leaking sprees, right? It's so funny, because that's where all the leaks come from, right? So, for example, Apple or Samsung or other manufacturers will provide like a dummy for case manufacturers to kind of work around, okay? Now, the renders and everything kind of come from there. Generally, people haven't seen the physical device. They're just basing it off on these cases. Now, the example I can give you, a lot of Samsung devices, they had like a P-shaped cutout on the back, and then people made a P-shaped camera module, right?
Yeah.
So we're looking at those triple rings with the two for the telephoto camera and the IR sensor, and then that's what people were showing renders of on leaks and rumors. But then when the actual device came out, it wasn't anything like that. You know what I mean? So it was just the cutout was just the way it
Yeah.
was, right? So, but it was flat. So I wonder if that, especially because it's just this module at the back. I mean, is there going to be something different? Is there going to be a screen at the back? I don't know. There might
Did
be
you
something
just say a
interesting. Let's see.
screen at the back? Come on, please. Know your
Who knows?
customer. Know your customer.
Well, I'm just saying that, some of these might be like, oh, but we never know. They might look a little bit different when they do come out. Obviously, leaks and rumors are based on these CAD designs and leaked cases and dummies. The final product will look better, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
I agree.
I might be wrong. We'll see.